Roy Jones Jr. will face Enzo Maccarinelli on December 12th for the WBA Cruiserweight World title. Now, the promoter of this event, Vlad Huranov, forgive me if I'm butchering that name, he's been promoting this as the WBA Super World Cruiserweight title, because most of you probably know that the WBA has got several different versions of the world title. They got interim title, regular title, and super champion. All right, there's super title, and he's been acting as though this is a fight for the vacant super title between Jones Jr. and Maccarinelli. But the WBA have come out today and said it's a false rumor and it's not for the super title. But apparently another cruiserweight holds the WBA regular title. So what the hell is this for then? Is this a non-title fight? Apparently it's a 12-round fight. God knows what the hell's going on here. Maybe the correct money hasn't been exchanged. The correct fees haven't been paid for the WBA to make it into a super title or whatever. You know, that's just speculation. Don't sue me, WBA. So I don't know what the hell this is, man. Should it be for a world title? Of course not. There are so many more deserving fighters out there than Roy Jones Jr. and Enzo Maccarinelli. But it is what it is. This fight is going to take place in Moscow, Russia. Roy Jones Jr. is a recently anointed, is that the word to use, Russian citizen. It probably is the word to use, because Vladimir Putin himself oversaw Roy Jones Jr. getting that Russian citizenship, the Black Russian. So tell me what you think about this, people. You got two washed up fighters here fighting for a version, possibly, of the World Cruiserweight title. In his prime, Roy Jones was a hell of a lot better than Maccarinelli, obviously, but he was naturally a much smaller man. Roy Jones Jr.'s prime was really at super middleweight. I know he spent a lot of time at light heavyweight, but those of you who are old enough to remember watching Roy Jones live at the time, you know that his prime was at super middleweight, not light heavy. He was actually a very small light heavy, and he would have been better off staying at super middle. But whatever, I'm digressing. Him and Maccarinelli at this stage might actually be a competitive fight. It might actually be a pick'em, because as much as Maccarinelli is coming to the end of his career, as much as he's over the hill, Roy Jones is even more over the hill, way more over the hill. He's older than Maccarinelli. I think Maccarinelli's only about 34, 35, whereas Roy Jones Jr. must be about 45 or something. So he's way over the hill. He's been knocked out several times. Remember, Danny Green knocked this guy out in one round, Roy Jones Jr. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility at all for Enzo Maccarinelli to be able to knock out Roy Jones or beat Roy Jones. But I'm expecting a competitive fight. Maccarinelli's been fighting at light heavyweight for the past couple years. Now he's going to step back up to cruiserweight for this one. I don't know. It's interesting. And being the fact that Russia is Roy Jones's new adopted home country. I mean, he's a dual citizen. He's got American citizenship as well as Russian. But he's going to be he has been fighting a lot in Russia anyway, and he's going to be fighting even more in Russia now. So you'd have to figure that it's Roy Jones' home from home. And if it does go to points, and if it's close in any way, you'd have to figure that Roy Jones is going to get the decision. So those of you who are going to pick for this fight and make a prediction or bet on the fight, the safe money, I'm no gambler, trust me, but I'm just saying the safe money would probably be on Roy Jones Jr., maybe to win on points. Can he really stop Maccarinelli? Roy Jones still has some power. Again, he's not a natural cruiserweight, but he still has some power left there, at least against low-level journeymen and whatnot. And Maccarinelli has been stopped quite a few times. Last time he challenged for the title was a light heavyweight title against Jürgen Bremer, where his eye got bust up early on in the fight, and that's what ended it. It wasn't him getting knocked out or anything like that, but you know, throughout Maccarinelli's career, he's been knocked out several times, and badly as well. So drop it below, people. I know this is kind of a farcical world title fight. We're not even sure if it is going to be a world title fight. It's all up in the air at the moment from what the WBA is saying. I know it's farcical, but are any of you guys actually interested in this? It's kind of a circus show and whatnot, and that's no disrespect. I say that with 100% respect to both guys. They're both tough men. They got heart. They're real fighters. But they're way over the hill. Let's just be real. And there's far more deserving cruiserweights to fight for a vacant title than these two guys. And I say that respectfully. All right. So, yeah. Do you care about this fight? Do you want to see this fight? And who do you think is going to win if you do intend to watch it? It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.